Hi, I'm Claudia Brown Coulter with Pivotal Peace. I'm your go-to mediator for navigating divorce while parenting children with special needs. I'm also a registered legal document assistant, LDA, based in the greater Los Angeles area. Let's go through step by step what you need for divorce. Divorce can be incredibly complicated. On top of all of the emotions that are involved, it's enough to deal with the emotions and really trying to untangle your financial and parental and legal relationship. But then all the paperwork that's involved it just makes things worse. So, step one, you have to first meet residency requirement. In California, you have to be a resident of the state for at least 6 months and of the county you're filing in for at least 3 months. For legal separation, there is no residency requirement. For divorce, 6 months is your goal. Then you have to choose the correct forms. The Judicial Council website for the state of California has a great self-help guide that asks you questions and it leads you through step by step what documents you need. In general, you're going to need a petition and a summons. You're going to need a UCCJEA if you have children, and most counties want you to complete a local form, and the local form just makes sure that the county actually has jurisdiction over your case. Then you're going to need to file your forms with the court, whether you walk that into the courthouse yourself, if you try to e-file it online, if you hire someone to e-file it, it's going to have to get filed. There is a filing fee. It's anywhere between about $450 to $500. That money goes to the court. And every time a professional, somebody that you hire, files, not only they have to pay that filing fee, but they have to pay the little extra things like, oh, well, you wanted to file it online, we're going to charge you $5 to file it online. What? Yes. Okay. So that money goes right on to the court. Then you have to serve the other person. So remember that you are a party to the case. You can't serve them. Someone over the age of 18 must serve this other person. They have the option of filing a response or not. Regardless, you're going to both need to work on your financial disclosures, exchange them with one another, and then file them with the court. From there, you're going to need to work on your agreements. What are we agreeing on? What's happening with retirement? What's happening with our children? What's happening with our property? Decide on what is happening with all of these things. Don't forget those debts. Then your final step is to then document all of your agreements for the court. You document it. Okay, this is our parenting plan, and this is what's happening with my student loan, and we need a quadro for our retirement, and this is what's happening with the house. Document all of that and get that filed with the court too. And then all you got to do is sit and wait for them to say, congratulations, you're officially restored to single status as of this date. Remember, it's a court, it's a legal system. They're not going to give you the benefit of the doubt. You need to follow their rules and do it correctly, because if they don't like what you've done, they're going to send it back. If you did something incorrectly earlier on and they didn't catch it, and then you filed your final paperwork, they're going to go back and be like, oh, you made a mistake. I didn't make a mistake. You didn't tell me about it. It don't matter. The court's in charge. So follow their rules. If you're in doubt, look at their website, do things the way they want them done, and you're going to be done a lot faster. You can do this. I can help. Schedule a call below so we can talk and figure out what might work for you.